welcome back from part 3. Anyways, let's continue about Volkswagen.
While Volkswagen's range of cars soon became similar to that of other large European automakers, the Golf has been the mainstay of the Volkswagen lineup since its introduction and the mechanical basis for several other cars of the company.
There have been 8 generations of the Volkswagen Golf, the first of which was produced from the summer of 1974 until the autumn of 1983. Sold as the Rapid in the United States and Canada as the Curve in Latin America.
Its chassis also spawned the Volkswagen Scirocco Sport Coupe, Volkswagen Jetta Saloon/Sedan, Volkswagen Golf Cabriolet Convertible, and Volkswagen Caddy Pickup.
North American production of the Rapid commenced at the Volkswagen Westmoreland assembly plant near New Stanton, Pennsylvania in 1978.
It would be produced in the United States as the Rapid until the spring of 1984.
The second generation Golf hatchback/Jetta sedan ran from October 1983 until the autumn of 1991, and the North American version, produced at Westmoreland Assembly, went on sale at the start of the 1985 model year.
The production numbers of the first generation Golf has continued to grow annually in South Africa as the CD Golf, with only minor modifications to the interior. Engine and chassis, using tooling, relocated from the New Stanton, Pennsylvania plant when that site began to build the second generation car. In the 1980s, Volkswagen sales in the United States and Canada fell dramatically, despite the success of models like the Golf elsewhere.
Sales in the United States were 293,595 in 1980, but by 1984 they were down to 177,709.
The introduction of the second generation Golf, GTI and Jetta models helped Volkswagen briefly in North America.
Motor Trend named the GTI its Car of the Year for 1985, and Volkswagen rose in the J.D. Power Buyer Satisfaction Ratings to 8th place in 1985, up from 22nd a year earlier.
VW's American sales broke 200,000 in 1985 and 1986 before resuming the downward trend from earlier in the decade.
Chairman Carl Hahn decided to expand the company elsewhere, mostly in developing countries, and the New Stanton, Pennsylvania factory closed on 14 July 1988.
Meanwhile, 4 years after signing a cooperation agreement with a Spanish car maker SEAT in 1982, Hahn expanded the company by purchasing a majority share of SEAT to 75% by the end of 1986, which VW bought outright in 1990.
On 4 July 1985, Volkswagen Work AG was renamed to Volkswagen AG.
Volkswagen entered the super mini market in 1975 with a Volkswagen Polo, a stylish and spacious 3-door hatchback designed by Bertone.
It was a strong seller in West Germany and most of the rest of Western Europe, being one of the first foreign small cars to prove popular in Britain.
It had started out in 1974 as the Audi 50, which was only available in certain markets and was less popular.
The Polo entered a market sector already, being dominated by the Fiat 127 and Renault 5, and which before long would also include the Austin Metro and Ford Fiesta.
In 1981, the second generation Polo launched as a hatchback, resembling a small estate car.
In 1983, the range was expanded with the introduction of a coupe, similar to a conventional hatchback, and the classic, a 2-door saloon.
The The Polo's practicality, despite the lack of a five-door version, helped ensure even stronger sales than its predecessor.
It continued to sell well after a makeover in 1990, finally being replaced by an all-new version in 1994.
Also arriving in 1981 were the second generation of the larger Passat and the second generation of the Volkswagen Scirocco Coupe. In 1983, the MK2 Golf was launched.
At the beginning of 1988, the third-generation Passat was the next major car launch, and Volkswagen did not produce a hatchback version of this Passat. Despite the rising popularity of the hatchback body style throughout Europe.
Just after launching the D3 Passat, Volkswagen launched the Corrado, analogous to the Scirocco, although the Scirocco remained in production until 1992. A third generation of Scirocco was in production 2008 to 17. In 1991, Volkswagen launched the third generation Golf, which was European Car of the Year for 1992.
The Golf MK3 and Jetta MK3 arrived in North America in 1993.
The sedan version of the Golf was badged Vento in Europe but remained Jetta in the United States.
The Scirocco and the later Corrado were both Golf-based coupes.
In 1994, Volkswagen unveiled the J-Range Design Concept 1, a retro-themed concept car with a resemblance to the original Beetle, based on the platform of the Polo.
Due to a positive response to the concept, a production version was developed as the new Beetle, based on the Golf's larger platform.
In 1995, the Sharon was launched in Europe, the result of a joint venture with Ford, which also resulted in the Ford Galaxy and SE8 Alhambra. The company's evolution of its model range was continued with a Golf MK4, introduced at the end of 1997, North America. In 1999, its chassis spawned a host of other cars within the Volkswagen Group. The Volkswagen Bora, the sedan known as the Jetta in the United States, SE8 Toledo, SE8 Leo N, Audi A3, Audi TT, and Skoda Octavia.
Other main models during the decade include the Polo, a smaller car than the Golf, and the larger Passat, for the segment above the Golf.
In 1998, the company launched the new Lupo City car.
In 1999, they announced the first 3-liter car, a lightweight version of the Lupo that could travel 100 kilometers with only 3 liters of diesel, making it the world's most fuel-efficient car at the time.
Volkswagen began introducing an array of new models after Bernd Geschäftsführer became Volkswagen Group CEO, responsible for all group brands, in 2002.
The 6th generation VW Golf was launched in 2008, came runner-up to the Opel/Vauxhall insignia in the 2009 European Car of the Year, and has spawned several cousins: VW Jetta, VW Scirocco, SE8 Leo N, SE8 Toledo, Skoda Octavia, and Audi A3 hatchback ranges, as well as a new mini MPV, the SE8 Altea.
The GTI, hot-hatch, performance version of the Golf, boasts a 2.0L turbocharged fuel-stratified injection, FSI, direct injection engine.
VW began marketing the Golf under the Rapid name once again in the US and Canada in 2006.
The 6th generation Passat and the 5th generation Jetta both debuted in 2005, and Volkswagen announced plans to expand its lineup further by bringing back the Scirocco by 2008.
Other models in Wolfgang Bernhardt's Volkswagen brand CEO product offensive include the Tiguan mid-sized SUV in 2008 and a Passat Coupe.
In November 2006, Bernd Beschetsreiter announced his resignation as Volkswagen Group CEO and was replaced by Audi Worldwide CEO Martin Winterkern at the beginning of 2007. Volkswagen in 2005 maintained North American sales of 224,195.
The momentum continued for fiscal 2006 as Volkswagen's North American sales for the year were 235,140 vehicles, a 4.9% increase over 2005, despite a slump in domestic North American manufacturer sales.
In conjunction with the introduction of new models, the production location of Volkswagen vehicles also underwent a great change.
The 2007 ES, a hardtop convertible, is produced in a new facility in Portugal.
All Golf/Rapids and Kisses of 2006 are manufactured in Wolfsburg, Germany, rather than Puebla, Mexico, where Golf and Kiss for the North American market were produced from 1989 to 1998, and the Brazilian factory in Curitiba, where Golf and Kiss were produced from 1999 to 2006. The Jetta has been primarily manufactured in Mexico since 1989.
Volkswagen is also in the process of reconfiguring an automotive assembly plant in Belgium.
The new models and investments in manufacturing improvements were immediately noticed by automotive critics.
Favorable reviews for Volkswagen's newest cars include the GTI, being named by Consumer Reports as the top sporty car under $25,000, one of Car and Driver magazine's 10 Best for 2007, Automobile Magazine's 2007 Car of the Year, as well as a 2008 Motor Trend comparison ranking the midsize Passat first in its class.
Volkswagen partnered with Daimler AG and other companies to market the BlueTech clean diesel technology on cars and trucks, from Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, and other companies and brands.
According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, 4 of the 10 most fuel-efficient vehicles available for sale in the United States are powered by Volkswagen diesel engines.
Volkswagen has offered a number of its vehicles with a TDI, curvatures direct injection engine, which lends class, leading fuel economy to several models.
They were a three-way tie for 8th, TDI Beetle, TDI Golf, TDI Jetta, and 9th, the TDI Jetta Wagon.
In addition, all Volkswagen TDI diesel engines, produced from 1996 to 2006, can be driven on 100% biodiesel fuel.
For the 2007 model year, however, strict U.S. government emissions regulations have forced Volkswagen to drop most diesels from their U.S. engine lineup. But a new lineup of diesel engines, then thought compatible to U.S. standards, returned to the American market, starting with model year 2009.
These post-2009 clean diesel engines are limited to running on 5% V5 biodiesel only to maintain Volkswagen's warranty.
Volkswagen long resisted adding a SUV to its lineup, but relented with the introduction of the Touareg, made in partnership with Porsche. While they worked on the Porsche Cayenne and later the Audi Q7.
Though claimed as a fine handling vehicle, the Touareg has been a modest seller at best, and it has been criticized by auto reviewers for its absence of a third row seat, the relatively poor fuel economy, and the high vehicle mass.
Volkswagen set plans to add a compact SUV with style and influences from the Concept A concept vehicle introduced at the 2006 Geneva Auto Show. And on 20 July 2006, Volkswagen announced that the new vehicle, called the Tiguan,
Since the discontinuance of the T4 in 2003 and the decision not to export the T5 to the United States, Volkswagen coincidentally lacked a van for its North American lineup.
To remedy this, Volkswagen launched the Volkswagen Rauden, a badge-engineered Dodge Grand Caravan made for the American and Canadian markets in 2008.
In September 2006, Volkswagen began offering the City Golf and City Jetta only for the Canadian market.
Both models were originally the MK4 Golf and Jetta but were later replaced with the Brazilian versions of the Golf MK4 and Bora.
Volkswagen's introduction of such models is seen as a test of the market for a subcompact and, if successful, may be the beginnings of a thriving subcompact market for Volkswagen. In May 2011, Volkswagen completed Chattanooga assembly in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
The Chattanooga assembly plant marked VW's first plant since the plant at New Stanton was closed down.
The facility has produced Volkswagen cars and subs specifically designed for the North American markets, beginning with a Passat P7 in 2011.
The company recently announced plans to expand further by investing $900 million to add floor space to the factory.
The VW XL1 began a limited production run in 2015.
The XL1 is a lightweight and fuel-efficient two-person vehicle, only 795 kilograms.
The Volkswagen Atlas, a large crossover SUV, began production in late 2016, and aimed to help end several years of losses for Volkswagen in the United States, the world's second largest auto market.
On 14 September 2016, Volkswagen announced its partnership with three Israeli cybersecurity experts to create a new company, Simitiv, dedicated to automotive security.
We will continue about Volkswagen in part 4, so stay tuned.